Hey fam, how's it going? Speed Duel Bro here, and in this deck request we have Fire and Ice, Frost and Flame Dragon, or really more like Fire and Water, but you get my point. Let's go. So for the skill card we have Shadow Reborn, and then for the monster lineup we have 3 Frost and Flame Dragon, 3 Mother Grizzly, 3 UFO Turtle, and 1 Dogoran. And then for the spells we have 1 Book of Moon, 2 Foolish Burial, 3 Hammer Shot, and 3 Creature Swap. And then for traps we have 1 Zoma and 2 Wall of Disruption. How to win / strategies. Now before we go over the game plan fam, I just want us to review this card right here, Frost and Flame Dragon. So let's read it real quick. It reads, cannot be normal summoned or set, must be special summoned from your hand by banishing 1 fire and 2 water monsters from your graveyard. Once per turn, you can discard 1 card, then target 1 monster on the field. Destroy that target. Now that we've reviewed our boss monster of the deck, let's get on with the strategy. So in order to bring out Frost and Flame Dragon as soon as possible while maintaining some field presence, it's going to be through Mother Grizzly and UFO Turtle, because these are both floaters. But not only are they floaters, the fact that we're going to be able to take what's on the opponent's side of the field through Creature Swap, this will help us maintain some kind of field presence. So really fam, what you want to do is always have the opponent's side of the field down to 1 monster only. That way we can always capitalize with Creature Swap and Mother Grizzly or UFO Turtle. Let me show you an example real quick. So let's say we had just Dogoran the opponent's monster, and now we activate Creature Swap, we give them our Mother Grizzly, and then we get the strong monster, which is the Dogoran in this scenario. So we'll have Dogoran attack Mother Grizzly, and then we get another Mother Grizzly out. So just like that fam, this is how this deck plays. That way our graveyard fills up. And I just want to point out fam, in order to bring out the Frost and Flame Dragon, filling the fire part of the graveyard is much easier because you only need 1 fire monster. So it's really with the water monster that we just need some more setup and a little bit more time to fill up the graveyard. So basically after we've done this, you just rinse and repeat the cycle. You know, we keep taking the opponent's monsters with Creature Swap, or since we have the opponent's strong monster now on our side of the field, you can completely dominate the game from there. So really fam, what you want to do is always keep the opponent's side of the field down to 1 monster. That way we can go about our business efficiently. Now you might be asking, but Speed Duel Bro, what if they have 2 monsters on the side of the field? Well, this is where Hammer Shot comes into play. And we're running Hammer Shot at 3 in this deck. So, you know, any field swarming that the opponent may have, no problem. Hammer Shot will take care of it. And then in order to fill up our graveyard even faster, we have Foolish Burial. So getting to our Frost and Flame Dragon out on the field is fairly quick. And not only that, we have some neat plays with Foolish Burial. Let me show you. So sometimes our hand is going to look like this. We've got Frost and Flame Dragon, Hammer Shot, Creature Swap, and Foolish Burial. Now at first glance, it seems like we've got nothing going for us. But we have 2 choices here. The first option is we have Foolish Burial, and then we can either go with Mother Grizzly or UFO Turtle. But at that point, we can activate Shadow Reborn. And then, now we've got something. Our hand suddenly looks more alive. Look what we got, Creature Swap and Hammer Shot. So that's option number 1. Now option number 2 is very similar. We're going to start with the Foolish Burial, and then we can Foolish the Dogoran. So again, once you Foolish the Dogoran, we activate Shadow Reborn. So now suddenly we have a boss monster on our side of the field. But I would only recommend this tactic, choice number 2, if it's really that desperate. Because of course we want to save the Dogoran for later, for something that, you know, if for whatever reason we just can't get rid of an opponent's monster, well, Dogoran is our definite out, in addition to Hammer Shot, of course. But yeah, this is how this deck plays. We maintain field presence with our floaters UFO Turtle and Mother Grizzly because they will help us fill up the graveyard too, and then we maintain field control with Hammer Shot and Creature Swap. Pretty simple and straightforward, right fam? Card analysis, the skill card Shadow Reborn. Now I feel like Shadow Reborn is a very nice fit for this deck because one, we're running Foolish Burial, so we have a play extender in the skill of Shadow Reborn. And not only that, we have 3 Hammer Shot. So if need be, we can just Hammer Shot our opponent's monster and we can Shadow Reborn, thus making it ours. And then we play the 3 Frost and Flame Dragon. Now this is obvious, this was what the deck request was for, so your Speed Duel bro is gonna try to work with what you gave me. No problem. And then we play the 3 Mother Grizzly and the 3 UFO Turtle, which is also obvious. We need these guys right here to fill up the graveyard and maintain field presence. And then we play the 1 Dogoran, which is a nice tech piece for this deck because not only do we get to have an out to an opponent's monster, but we can take the Dogoran for ourselves through creature swap. And then we play the 1 Book of Moon, just nice to have, you know, it's part of the limited 3 list. So 1 Book of Moon just to, you know, deal with any problematic effect monsters or just simply want to shut down the opponent's monster, or we can even protect our monsters. As I always say, Book of Moon is universal utility at its finest. And then we play the 2 Foolish Burial, which I feel is a very key card in this deck. It will help us bring out Frost and Flame Dragon much faster. And with the skill card Shadow Reborn, well, as you can see, we've got plays for days. If we could play 3, we would play 3. And I forgot to mention earlier too, fam, that let's say we run out of Mother Grizzlies to banish in the graveyard for Frost and Flame Dragon. Well, guess what? Our boss monster is water attribute, so don't be afraid to Foolish Burial another Frost and Flame Dragon. And then we play the 3 creature swap. Now the reason why we maxed out on the creature swap is because we have 6 floaters, okay? And so that logic also applies to the 3 Hammer Shot here too. Our monsters are kind of weak, but more importantly, like I said earlier, we need to have the opponent's side of the field down to 1 monster so that when we creature swap, hey, no problem. We're gonna dominate the field. But yeah, good combo right here. Creature swap and Hammer Shot, very good combo. And then we play the 1 Zoma. This is just for that extra push for offense or an extra layer of defense. As you all know, Zoma is also one of the all-time greats in Speed Duel. And then we play the 2 Wall of Disruption. This is just to have some form of defense, fam, because our monsters are kind of weak and we need to keep the opponent at bay while we fill up our graveyard for our Frost and Flame Dragon. And now, fam, it's time for the moment of truth. Where does this deck rank on the power scale? In my humble opinion, this deck is casual. Now, the reason why I say this deck is casual, fam, is only because we need time to set up for Frost and Flame Dragon. But other than that, this deck will put up a fight. Promise you that. Because this deck is very crafty and, you know, anytime you have floaters in your deck, that's also a wall of defense. So the opponent's going to have a fairly tough time getting through to our life points. And when you pair that up with cards like Creature Swap and Hammer Shot, oh, you best believe we're going to give the opponent a very rough time. And with a skill card like Shadow Reborn, oh, we've got plays, fam. We really do have plays for days. So there you go, that was the deck request. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please feel free to hit the like button because it helps me out a lot. And if you haven't already subscribed to me, your Speed Duel bro, you're more than welcome to subscribe because 2 things. 1, I always play to win and I'll teach you how to win. And no matter what the power level of the deck is, be it casual, semi-competitive, or competitive, and no matter what the deck request is, we're gonna do our best to win this thing. And 2, if you love Speed Duels, I'm sure you'll love me too, your Speed Duel bro. Alright fam, that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace